So, where do our best ideas actually come from? It's one of the most fascinating mysteries of the human mind. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on that magical aha moment. I'm willing to bet you have. You know that feeling, right? That sudden, perfect solution that just seems to pop into your head out of nowhere when you least expect it. It feels a little like magic, doesn't it? But is it? Well, that's exactly what we're here to figure out. We call it the aha moment, or that famous eureka feeling. It's that electrifying split second when a puzzle just solves itself inside your head. And to really get it, we have to go way, way back, more than 2,000 years ago, actually. Okay, so picture this. The ancient Greek scholar Archimedes. He was completely stumped. The king had tasked him with figuring out if a new crown was pure gold or not, but the big breakthrough didn't happen in his lab or his study. Nope, it happened in his bathtub. As he got in and saw the water level rise, the solution hit him like a lightning bolt, and he was so excited he allegedly ran through the streets shouting, "Eureka!" which of course means, "I have found it." What Archimedes experienced, well, it has a scientific name, insight. But look closely at this definition, because here's the crucial part, the part most of us miss. It's a solution that appears after a period of intense and often really frustrating work. That's the secret. The hard work has to come first. And that idea that the grunt work has to come first, it kind of shatters the whole myth around brilliant ideas, doesn't it? We tend to think of them as these spontaneous, lucky breaks, but what if there is a hidden method to this seeming madness? People were already mapping this out way back in 1926. A social psychologist named Graham Wallace came up with this four-stage journey. First, you prepare. You just completely immerse yourself in the problem. Then comes the key step. You step away and let it incubate. That's when elimination can strike, your aha moment. But you're not done. You still have to verify that the idea actually works. See, it's not a lightning strike. It's a process. Now, what's really, really interesting here is that second stage, incubation. It's all about the incredible power of putting the problem on your mind's back burner and just not thinking about it, at least not consciously. Think about it like your brain has two different gears. During the preparation stage, you're in focused mode. You're being analytical, you're trying to force a solution. But during incubation, your brain shifts. It starts making these loose, creative connections in the background, while your conscious mind takes a much-needed break. Here's the thing, you absolutely need both. So that aha moment can't just happen in a vacuum. It needs a mind that's already been filled with all the raw materials from that tough preparation phase. The great scientist Louis Pasteur put it perfectly. Chance favors only the prepared mind. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how does this actually play out in the real world? Let's look at a chemist who literally dreamed his way to one of the most important discoveries in the history of his field. This chemist's name was Auguste Kekulé, and he was totally obsessed with figuring out the structure of the benzene molecule. That's preparation. After getting nowhere, he just dozed off by the fire. That's incubation. And that's when he had this vivid dream of a snake biting its own tail, giving him the revolutionary idea of a ring structure. Boom, illumination. He immediately woke up and spent the rest of the night proving it worked, and that's verification. Now, that snake dream wasn't just some bizarre, random image. It was his unconscious mind finding a powerful analogy, connecting all the dots he had already painstakingly laid out. The hard work is exactly what made the dream so meaningful.
This is all really fascinating stuff, but how can we actually use it? Well, the great news is that this process isn't just for famous scientists. You can apply this exact same framework to your own problems, whether they're big or small. So here's your toolkit. First, immerse yourself. Go deep. Don't be afraid of the hard work. And this is so important, when you hit a wall, you need the wisdom to step away. Go for a walk, take a shower, do the dishes. These low-effort activities let your mind wander and get into that incubation mode. And when that idea does strike, be ready to capture it right away, because it can be gone in a flash. So that bolt from the blue, it isn't really a random act of magic after all. It's the final, visible step of a deep, natural process your brain is already built to do. You just have to learn how to create the right conditions. Now you have the map for discovery. The only question left is, what will you find next?